Hello, good morning, and welcome to our alternative audio coverage of the last 16, I should say, in the Women's World Cup. Sweden against the United States at the Melbourne Rectangular Stadium. I'm your alternative commentator, Nicholas Jones, and you are listening to the Commentary Hub. This match could potentially result in the shock of the tournament, as the reigning champions, the United States, haven't had the best of group stages. More or less, kind of stumbled through it despite winning their opening match against Vietnam. They have since struggled with two draws and narrowly missed out losing to an unfancied Portugal. Annika Pater's effort, I should say, just missing the goal by mere millimetres. And the USA's performance has drawn criticism, but they are hoping to silence those critics with a win against Sweden. As for Sweden, they had a more or less comfortable group stage, even though they nearly lost their opening match against South Africa. They pulled back to win, and they also did so against Italy and Argentina. Sophia Smith could be the player to watch in the for the USA. She scored in their opening match against Vietnam, so there's no reason why she can't do so here. It's the 15th start for Alex Morgan, and captain Lindsay Horan could even score her 30th international goal. But more on that later. But now, before we go into any further details, let's go through the starting lineup, starting with Sweden, with Zakura Misovic in goal. Then Natalie Bjorn, Amanda Ilestedt, Magdalena Eriksson, Jonna Andersson, Filippa Angeldal, Kosovare Aslani, the captain, Ellen Rubinson, Johanna Kanyard, Stina Blackstenius, and Fridolina Rolfo. Now for the United States, we have Alyssa Neyer in goal, then Naomi Germer, Julie Ertz, the captain, Lindsay Horan, Sophia Smith, Alex Morgan, Emily Sonnet, Andy Sullivan, Crystal Dunn, Trinity Rodman, and Emily Fox. Very good. Both sides have star quality players. While Sophia Smith, for me, is the player to watch for the United States, for Sweden, it has to be Amanda Ilestedt. Who has scored 3 remarkable goals so far in the tournament, and I wouldn't put it past her to try and go for another. Although surprisingly, forward Rebecca Blomqvist has been left out of the starting 11 and dropped to the bench. She could make an appearance in the second half among the substitutions. With Sweden's confidence on the pitch and match-winning skills, there's no reason why they can't topple the reigning champions, and they are actually the last team to hold the United States to a goalless match, and it was a draw, and it was a 0-0 draw in the Women's World Cup, and a group which was in the group stage back in 2015. They have since beaten them in the group stage at the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. Sweden were finalists in 2003, but lost 2-1 to Germany in extra time, and the USA haven't lost a single match in the Women's World Cup since their defeat to Japan in the 2011 final, and that was on penalties. Rose Lavelle misses out through suspension as she picks up a yellow card in the USA's last group stage match against Portugal. We're also live on the Commentary Hub 2, Storm FM, JB Sports, and on Twitch. So if if you're listening on there, good morning to you, and also good afternoon and good evening to all, and also good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. For the USA, the last 16 would normally be a breeze for them, having scored and won in every opening knockout match since the initial Women's World Cup in 1991. But could this be where their luck runs out? It might well be given who they're up against. And something else I should mention about Sweden: if they win, they could potentially reach the final. But whoever wins will face Japan in the quarterfinals. We have less than 10 minutes to go until kickoff, and we should be waiting for the teams to come out onto the field of play. Before we go to the teams coming out, we've just got time to go through our match officials. Our referee is Stephanie Frappard of France. The USA will likely know her well, given that she officiated the 2019 final between them and the Netherlands. Her assistant referees also of France are Manuela Nicolosi, and Elodie Coppola. The fourth official is Casey Rybout of Australia, who you may remember refereed England's last group stage match against China when the Lionesses won 6-1. On VAR is Massimiliano Irati of Italy, and the reserve assistant referee and the assistant referee Tatiana Guzman of Nicaragua, and the offside VAR is Katrin Rafalski of Germany. Forgot to also mention that there is a reserve assistant referee on location, and it is Ramina Tsoy of Kyrgyzstan. The game is taking place at the Melbourne Rectangular Stadium. So the tension mounts as the players get ready to come out. Just seeing quite a contingent of Sweden fans wearing their Viking helmets with the horns. The USA supporters in attendance too. Some dressed very patriotically indeed. Sweden will likely be wearing all blue and yellow. The USA I think will be wearing all white, but we'll let you know the colours as and when we get them. So the teams now gathered at the foot of the tunnel. The match officials standing ahead of the players. The flag bearers are currently at the foot of the tunnel, and they will be the first to come out. And the USA looking expectantly on, and we will soon be good to go for the players to come out of the tunnel. And the match officials leading the team out. The ball boy picks the ball off the stand, and the players make their way onto the centre of the pitch. And for me, another player to watch out for could well be Arsenal's Stina Blackstenius and also Fridolina Rolfo. She has scored throughout this tournament. The players about to take their place on the centre of the pitch for the national anthems. Lindsay Horan giving a couple of high fives or punches to players. I mean, to her teammates, I should say, you know, like the safes, things like that. Bit of high fives going on as we prepare for the national anthems. Whatever happens, this will be the match to remember. As we start with the national anthem of Sweden. So those were the national anthems of both Sweden and the United States. The players now going through the customary handshakes with the referees and other match officials. The USA managed by Vlatko Adanovsky, and Sweden's head coach is Peter Gerhardsson. Vlatko Adanovsky has some big shoes to fill as the USA have won 2 out of their 4 Women's World Cups under their previous coach Jill Ellis, who I think I may have caught a glimpse of in the audience. So if you did recognize her, then let me know. We're now just a couple of minutes away. We're now just a couple of minutes away from kickoff. And before we go into the action, just a quick reminder that tomorrow it's England against Nigeria in the round of 16 tomorrow morning. Join Russ Vernon before the kickoff at 8:30. So the captains both shaking hands with the referee, and just to remind you that Massimiliano Irati is the man in the VAR booth, and the referee is Stephanie Frappa. Alrighty, we're just about to go through the formations. It's a 4-2-3-1 for Sweden with Masovic in goal, Anderson, Eriksson, Ilstedt, and Bjorn the back 4. Then it's a midfield combination of Rolfo and Blackstenius. Blackstenius is the lone striker. Let's go through that again. 4-2-3-1. with Rubenson and Angledale flanking, Aslani and co. And for the USA, it's a 4-2-3-1 formation with Naya in goal. Dunn, Ertz, Germer and Fox make up the back four in defence. Then it's Smith, Sullivan, Horan, Sonnet and Rodman in midfield. And Alex Morgan is the lone striker. So expect her to feature strongly as well. Essentially, this is her 15th start in the women's World Cup. Overall, she has made 211 appearances and has scored 121 goals. Players now taking their positions, getting ready for kickoff. It'll be the USA to kick us off. They're wearing all white. Sweden wearing all yellow and blue. And away we go then for what could well be the round of 16 match of the decade, let alone the tournament, as against Sweden and the USA. And it's Sweden with the early touch. Ball now being played forward to, I think that might have been Aslani, but the USA almost take it through. The USA almost take it through Sonnet, but Sweden were quick to retaliate. The USA have taken it back though. It's Crystal Dunn. I think she's played it forward to Alex Morgan, but Morgan got tangled up with a Sweden player, I think. And now the ball was with Canyard to Aslani. Aslani crossing into the 18-yard box, but Fridolina Rolfo couldn't get to it. And it's the USA with the ball now. I think it'll be a throw into the Stars and Stripes. Indeed it is, and it'll be Emily Fox to take the throw. Fox throws to Horan, but she's cut out by Sweden. And the ball is now with Natalie Bjorn. Bjorn passing to I think that might have been Canyard, but she loses the ball to Sophia Smith. The ball is now with Alex Morgan. She's inside the 18-yard box. The USA scored. The USA have scored within 3 minutes in every match against Sweden. They couldn't do it this time. And something has caught Stephanie Frappart's attention. Alex Morgan played the ball beautifully into the 18-yard box, but was she impeded, or did she get in the way of somebody from Sweden? I don't know. It could well have been that she stumbled across Bjorn, but either way, I couldn't make it out. An early goal kick to Sweden, and the ball is now with Stina Blackstenius. Blackstenius does really well to pass it around, and it's Aslani. Aslani now to Fridolina Rolfo. It's Rolfo back towards Blackstenius. Lovely volley into the 18-yard box, but just caught by Sophia Smith. And Smith, she's just running up the pitch. The ball just bounces off. The ball just bounces off the referee. I think it grazed her knee by the looks of it. Whatever it was unintentional, and the game restarts. It's Natalie Germer crossing the ball, trying to cross the ball. I think Rodman was in there, but she was a long way from the ball. 3 minutes have passed. It's Sweden 0, the USA 0. Peter Gerhardsson looking very calm and composed, taking note of everything going on around him. Goal kick to Sweden. Ball cleared out, and it goes towards Stina Blackstenius. Blackstenius to Angledale. Now back towards Blackstenius, but nicked by Emily Sonnet. Horan. Germer now to Sophia Smith, but cut out by Sweden. And the ball is now with Natalie Bjorn. Bjorn to Fridolina Rolfo, and Rolfo now passing to Jonna Andersson. Jonna Andersson, formerly of Chelsea. And the ball still remains with Sweden. Amanda Illerstedt, Natalie Bjorn, back to Illerstedt. Illerstedt passing the ball to and fro with Bjorn. Remember, this is a knockout match, so this game could potentially go to extra time and penalties. The ball now being crossed into the 18-yard box by Caniard towards Rolfo, but Fox does well to try and shut her out. But Sweden have a throw in. The ball thrown to Rolfo. Now it goes back towards Bjorn, or should that be Anderson? The USA have retaken the ball. It's Alex Morgan. Morgan plays the ball down the wing to Crystal Dunn, who also used to play for Chelsea. She passes to Natalie Germer. Germer now to I think that was Haran. Now the ball is with Emily Fox. Fox has the ball. It was actually with Naomi Germer momentarily. Or should that be Ertz? The ball is now once again with Crystal Dunn. Dunn tries to cross, but headed away, I should say, by Amanda Illerstedt. Although this has given the ball back to the USA, and Haran tried to cross, do a back cross, I think it is, to one of her teammates. The ball is now with Julie Ertz. Germer now to I think that was Andy Sullivan. Yes, indeed it was, although Sweden looked very threatening from behind. The ball now being played forward to Alex Morgan. Morgan to, I couldn't see who it was. Yes, it was Rodman. Morgan has it again. It's now Trinity Rodman. Rodman to Sophia Smith. Can she find an opening? Cut. Defended really well by Sweden. And the USA have another chance through Andy Sullivan, but she just misses the post. Well held by Sweden. Sophia Smith couldn't find the initial opening, and Andy Sullivan just couldn't find anything out of the rebound. Latko Adanovsky, what must he be thinking right now? Ball cleared out of goal by Masovic. Haran now picks up the ball for the USA. Tries to send it forward to Trinity Rodman, but she was cut out by Sweden. Sweden throw-in though. Ball thrown to Rolfo. Another ball is being crossed forward, but is intercepted by Natalie Germer. Naomi Germer, I should say. And now it goes back to Alyssa Nair in goal. The ball now being played forward a long way to Sophia Smith, but it goes over the line for a Sweden throw. The fans are loving this so far. Illerstedt to Anderson. Now back to Illerstedt. Natalie Bjorn. Illerstedt once again. Illerstedt passes back to Bjorn. Bjorn. A quick pass to Philippa Angeldal. Angeldal has found Caniard was looking to try and play the ball in towards the 18-yard box, but was halted really well by Crystal Dunn. Reduced the right foot, but really good slide tackle by Crystal Dunn, and it has conceded a corner to Sweden. They could score from here. Illerstedt is now in the 6-yard box. She has scored from corners in the Women's World Cup. And it'll be Anderson to take the corner. She kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, sent away by Nair. And Sweden don't get the opening goal, and it goes towards Fox. It's now with Dunn. Dunn to Trinity Rodman, but Rodman fouled. But Rodman fouled by. I think that might have been Ellen Rubinson. It was just shoved her in the back unnecessarily. Good use of the fists by Alyssa Nair. No card given against Ellen Rubinson though. The USA still trying to find an opening. It's now with Julie Ertz. Ertz to Nair. Nair clears the ball out. And it's being played around, and Ross is curious to ask us to say who has started the better team. Difficult for me to say right now. But in terms of chances, I think the USA might have had more chances than Sweden, although Sweden could potentially pull something remarkable out of the bag, as they have done throughout the group stage. Anyway, a throw in to the USA, and it will be Crystal Dunn who will take the throw. Dunn holds the ball high over her head. She should be aiming for someone like Sophia Smith. She does. She throws, but it only goes to Andy Sullivan, and Sullivan fouled by the Sweden captain Kosovare Asllani. That didn't look like much to me. Although I think she did push her a couple of times. Although that didn't amount to much. Free kick to the USA, taken by Germa, headed by Illistedt, and it's now with Sullivan. Sullivan. She couldn't head to anybody forward. It's now with Asllani, but she concedes to the USA with Sophia Smith, and Angledahl has gone down. That might have been committed by Emily Sonnet. Sonnet just clipped her shin. No foul, no card given. Free kick to Sweden. Illistedt passes up the wing to that might be Eriksson. Now back to Illistedt. Eriksson, although she has to watch out for Lindsay Horan. Bjorn just clips Sophia Smith, I think. Smith with the ball, and it's now with Canyard, although she loses it again to Smith. Smith now to Alex Morgan. Alex Morgan crosses to Trinity Rodman, but Rodman misses. Can she get to the ball before it goes over the line? Yes. The ball is now being passed to Andy Sullivan. Sullivan to Horan. Fox. Sullivan. Sullivan passes quickly down the wing to Naomi Germa. Now Lindsay Horan. Horan back to Germa. And a cross by Germa, but headed by Natalie Bjorn, and it's over the line again. And I think the referee is saying it could well be throwing USA. Very tight so far in this game, and it's actually a throw into Sweden. I beg your pardon. Neither side willing to concede. So could this be the first game of the tour? So could this be the first match of the tournament where it goes beyond 90 minutes? It's Natalie Bjorn. It'll be Natalie Bjorn to take the throw for Sweden. Bounces off Eriksson, but given to the USA, and the ball is now with Emily Sonnet. Sonnet to Smith. Smith passes to Morgan. Smith again. Now Fox. Emily Fox has to get around Rolfo as quickly as possible. She does so, but it's fouled. The play still goes on though. This could this almost cost the USA, and a Sweden player is now down. It was Jonna Andersson who went down. She looks stunned, but she's okay. Rodman got into a bit of a tangle with Magdalena Eriksson. But other than that, she should be okay. Free kick given to Sweden. And Trinity Rodman looking to intercept the ball, but it goes as far as Naomi Girma. Trinity Rodman, she's impressed me so far throughout this game. The ball now being passed to Emily Sonnets. Now Fox being hounded by Sweden, but she does well to pass to her teammate Naomi Girma. Girma now crossing the ball to Emily Sonnets, but defended again by Sweden, and it goes back to Fox. Fox to Julie Ertz. Ertz now passes to Rodman, but Rodman is forced out by Rolfo, and it's a throw into the USA. Haran now to Emily Sonnet. Now back to Haran. Haran tries to play the ball towards Morgan, but defended by Sweden. In terms of possession, I'd say the USA. I'd say the USA have it at the minute, though Sweden, I feel, aren't far behind. It's Naomi Girma to Andy Sullivan. Now Julie Ertz, I should say, back towards Girma. And Girma tries to play the ball forward, but is defended by Sweden. And the ball goes over the line for a USA throw, thrown by Dunn to Girma. Now it's Julie Ertz. Ertz passes to Emily Fox. Now back to Ertz. And it's now the ball is now with Naomi Girma. Girma crossing, but Girma tries to set up a cross, I should say, but the ball was defended by Canyard. Now it's back with Sophia Smith. Smith to Lindsay Haran. Lindsay Haran passes to that was actually Rodman, but the USA defend that attack. Sweden defend that attack again, I should say. It's Julie Ertz, or should that be Emily Sonnet? Sonnet trying to cross to Morgan, but again defended by Sweden. Girma. Now Ertz. Ertz now passing to Emily Fox. Now back to Ertz. Ertz to Naomi Girma. And Naomi Girma passing again to Crystal Dunn. Now it's with Johanna Canyard, but it's over the line. It might be a USA throw. We're just about approaching 18 minutes. It was actually a Sweden throw. The ball is now being played forward to Trinity Rodman. It's Rodman with the shot! Saved! Just by Zakira Masovic. That's the closest anyone has come to scoring all match. Rodman did everything right, but the hands of Masovic just blocked it. It's Fox to Haran. But the USA lose the ball to Sweden, and it's now with Rolfo. Rolfo passing the ball around. It's Illerstedt to Magdalena Eriksson. Now back to Illerstedt. Illerstedt passes down the wing quickly to Natalie Bjorn. Now back to Illerstedt. Illerstedt passes up the wing quickly to Magda Eriksson. Eriksson, now the ball. Eriksson, now the ball is with Elin Rubensson. Rubensson to I couldn't see here. It's now Blackstenius. Blackstenius. That was via Aslani. It's now Fridolina Rolfo, but defense. Well, but the defending area well held by the United States. It'll be Julie Ertz, and it'll be a throw into the US to be taken by Alex Morgan, or is it Emily Fox? No, it's Emily Fox. 19 and a half minutes in. Sweden 0, the United States 0. And Fox throws, but I think it was headed away by Rolfo. Yes, indeed it was. So it'll be another USA throw by Fox. It's over the line again, and it will be a third throw. Headed by Sweden. It's now with Amanda Illerstedt. Illerstedt passes to Eriksson, and Eriksson now crossing to Fridolina Rolfo. Rolfo could have tried to get to the ball, but standing in her way was Julie Ertz, and that will have given another corner to Sweden. And getting ready to take the corner is Johanna Kannerid. So Kannerid gets ready to take the corner. Naya stands behind Dunn, Blackstenius, and Illerstedt's close to goal. Although the referee has picked up something, and I think there might have been a bit of arguing going on between Sonnet and Illerstedt. So the ball now goes into the 18-yard box, palmed by Alyssa Nair. So this was the corner. Sweden just couldn't get to it. I think Magdalena Eriksson was the close. I think Magdalena Eriksson might have been the closest to actually heading the ball, but that was a well-timed save by Alyssa Nair. Germa tried to cross to Morgan, but the ball was intercepted by Sweden. And it's now with Aslani. Aslani loses it, and she goes down. She may have been fouled by Germa, and I'm just going to take another look at it again on my monitor. It was actually Sonnet. She might have pulled her shirt a couple of times, but it has conceded a free kick to Sweden. The USA could pay for this. And getting ready to take the free kick will I think be Aslani? No, it's Jonna Andersson. Anderson takes a couple of steps back. She is perfect. She is in line with the ball. Has to aim right if she is to put Sweden in front. Braces her arm, runs up, kicks the ball. It goes into the 18-yard box. Headed up by Eriksson, but again capped out by the USA. The ball is now with Elin Rubensson. Rubensson, but intercepted by Rodman. And Rodman has gone down. That is not what we want to see. She looks in pain, and that I think was an elbow to the chest of Rodman by Eriksson. That looked painful. That looked very painful, and she is still on the ground. She is now in a sitting position. This could hopefully for the USA, she'll be able to carry on playing. And Alyssa Nair now runs to see what the problem is. Rodman being assisted by Emily Fox. She appears to be all right, but she's still wincing in pain. Trying to shake off the pain. Vlatko Adanovsky, briefly in conversation with Sophia Smith. Free kick to the United States. Ball passed to Naya. It's now with Naomi Germer. Germer to Crystal Dunn. Dunn! But it goes over the line. It'll be a throw-in to Sweden. We're a little over half distance now. It's still Sweden 0, the USA 0. You're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones. Germer. Naomi Germer with the ball for the USA. But well caught by Natalie Bjorn. She was aiming for Smith. And there's a throw once again to the USA. Dunn throws. Headed by Alex Morgan. But it ends up back with Sweden. Now it's back with Dunn. Dunn to Haran. Morgan. Dunn. Now it's with Emily. Now it's Emily Sonnet. Emily Sonnet! Couldn't keep the ball in. And it'll be a throw in and it'll be yet another throw to Sweden. Natalie Bjorn throws. But Sophia Smith has found. But Sophia Smith, I think, forced Felipa Angeldal over the line, and that gave a throw into Sweden. But the USA have since taken the ball. It's Naomi Germer. Germer tries to cross, but the ball is nicked by Ilestedt. Ilestedt to, I think that was Eriksson, but the USA have now taken the ball back through Trinity Rodman. Rodman, now inside the 18-yard box, goes for it, but palmed away by Musovic. It's Sophia Smith tries to line up an opportunity, but well held by the Sweden defence. Trinity Rodman has really been something when she has ball control, but a well-timed use of the hands by Zakira Musovic. USA have the ball back through Germer. Germer to Ertz. Now back towards Germer. It's Emily Sonnet. Sonnet now to Emily Fox. Fox has to hold off. Did well to hold off Rolfo. Passes back down to Julie Ertz. Now Naomi Germer. Germer to Rodman. Dunn. Now back towards Germer. Ball now being played forward. Up the wing, I should say, to Fox. Sullivan. Cross down wing to Crystal Dunn. Now Sophia Smith. Sophia Smith has to hold off Bjorn, but I think Bjorn might have fouled her. Play still goes on. It's Rodman. Rodman passes to Haran, but the ball goes over. But the ball goes over the bar. And I think Rodman received the ball back from Haran, but she was too far away. This was the earlier save by Musovic. Could well be one of the saves of the tournament. 28 minutes gone now. Sweden 0, the USA 0. And the ball cleared out of the Sweden goal by Musovic. And it's now with Ilestedt. Ilestedt to Emily Fox. Ball is now with Julie Ertz. Ertz now to Ellen Rubinson. Rubinson did well to intercept for Sweden, but the USA have taken. But the USA now have the ball back through Andy Sullivan. Sullivan to Sophia Smith. Smith now inside the 18-yard box, has to go around Bjorn. Does well to hold on. And that is superb ball control by Sophia Smith. It's now with Haran, but given away to Ilestedt. And a shove in the back, I think, by Fox. But Sweden still managed to take the ball back from them. Ball is now with Kennerid. Kennerid to Aslani. Aslani now plays it forward to Sina Blackstenius, but defended by the USA. Smith passes back to Dunn. Now Germer. Germer to Andy Sullivan. And the pass up the wing to Fox. Fox to Rodman. Now back down towards Ertz. Ertz to Germer. Germer crosses to Fox. And now a foul on Lindsay Horan by, I think that was Ellen Rubinson. Rubinson has already committed a foul earlier, remember? But luckier still, didn't get a yellow card. Ball is now with Germer. And Germer crossing to Morgan. It ends up at the feet of Lindsay Horan. No, it doesn't. Defended well by Sweden and Bjorn. Ball is now with Germer. Germer to Andy Sullivan. Now back to Germer. Germer passes up the wing to Emily Fox. Fox passes to Sonnet, and a cross by Sonnet to Sophia Smith, who misses. And Emily Sonnet can't believe that she missed. And it'll be a throw-in to Sweden. In the last 10 minutes, the USA have had more possession of the ball with 62%. Sweden just 18, and 20% of it has been in contest. The USA take the ball back after intercepting Sweden's throw-in. Horan passes to Fox despite fouling a player. It's Emily Fox. She passes to Julie Ertz. Ertz now to Fox. Back to Emily Sonnet. Now the ball is with Naomi Germer. Germer to Ertz, although she has to watch out for Blackstenius. It's now with Fox. Fox has to hold off Rolfo. Fox passes quickly back to Ertz. It's now with Germer. Less than 15 minutes to go. Until half time. Ertz quickly passes to Germer. Now it's with Sophia Smith. Sophia Smith tries to play it forward to Morgan, but cut out by the Sweden defenders. It's now with Andy Sullivan, again held by Sweden. This time it was through the efforts of Kennerid, but Sweden lose the ball to the US. It's Sonnet, Fox. Now it's Horan, I should say. Horan to Trinity Rodman. Rodman tries to hold off Anderson best she could, but the ball went over the line anyway. Could this be the USA's first corner? It is. And it will be Andy Sullivan that will take the corner for the Stars and Stripes. So everyone getting ready. Alex Morgan, the closest to the goal. The arm goes up. The ball goes into the 18-yard box. Headed by Horan, but punched away by Masovic. That could well have been the opening goal for the United States. And once again, Sakira Masovic uses her hands very well indeed. And the substitutes on the bench can't believe it. Neither can Lindsay Horan. The referee taking a quick look at Zakira Masovic. She may have been hurt, but she appears to be fine. Everyone now taking advantage to advantage of the short breaks to have a bit of a drink. Masovic, hard to tell whether she was actually hurt. I think she was clutching her shoulder momentarily. But goal kick given to Sweden, and did I just see a wince of pain? I think I did. 40% of the USA's attempts have been on target. They have had 5 in total. Is this going to be a free kick? Is this going to be a free kick to the United States? It looks like it will be. Or should that be Emily Sonnet? Sonnet quickly passes down the wing to Naomi Girma. Girma crossing to, I think that might have been Lindsay Horan, but well held by Sweden, and the ball is now with Emily Fox. Fox to Andy Sullivan. Back pass by Horan. Sullivan has the ball again. It's now with Fox. Fox to Horan. Horan quickly passing to Fox. Now it's with Sullivan again. Sullivan to Sonnet. And the cross down wing by Sonnet to Crystal Dunn. Crystal Dunn now passes to Emily Sonnet. And Sonnet is brought down by Aslani, but play still goes on. It's Naomi Girma. Girma to Sullivan. Now Emily Sonnet. Back to Girma. And Girma crosses up the wing to Emily Fox. Fox passes to Julie Ertz. Ertz now to Girma. And a brilliant cross by Girma towards Rodman, but Zakira Masovic saw what was coming. And it will be a goal kick to Sweden. Girma kicks the ball out of the goal, headed by Sullivan. Or should that be Masovic? Yeah, it was Masovic. But she gave the ball to the United States. Less than 10 minutes to go until half time. Rolfo Girma with the ball now, passes to Sophia Smith. And Smith to... And that was almost another chance at goal by Lindsay Horan. But it just sailed past the post. I'm going to take another look at this on my monitor. Smith played the ball to Rodman, who passed at the last minute to Horan. But I think it might have actually come off a Sweden defender's foot as Sophia Smith takes the corner for the United States towards Sonnet. Now Horan. Back to Smith! But Sweden aren't fooled. And once again they keep the ball out of the 18-yard box. It's Emily Fox. Now for the USA. She passes to Ertz. Now it's with Trinity Rodman to Sophia Smith, but well held. But again, the ball is held by Sweden. And the referee has blown a whistle for something. It's offside. Offside given. And we'll try and work out in a minute which player was offside. That might have been Morgan. Morgan looked like Morgan is judged to have been offside. Ball now being played forward by Sweden. And the ball is with Rolfo. The USA have had a very quick recovery time with the ball, 6 seconds in comparison to Sweden's 27 seconds, and this is all within the last 10 minutes. It's Naomi Girma. Girma with the ball. quick pass to Sullivan. Sullivan now to Fox. Quickly passes back to Ertz. Now it's with Germer. Germer crossing up the wing to Emily Fox. Fox passing quickly to Naomi Germer. So it's Germer with the ball, and she did well to cross to Crystal Dart, who just missed. Did the ball stay in? Actually, it did. It's inside the 18-yard box, but the referee, but something has caught the referee's attention. Did the ball actually go over the line? It did. It just about did. And that has given Sweden a goal kick. The USA have come really close to scoring, but it looks as though this game will be going. It looks as though this game will be 0-0 by half time, unless something miraculous happens within the next 5 minutes. As Illistedt just taps the ball over the line. Throw into the USA. It's Lindsay Horan. Horan to Sophia, to Alex Morgan, I should say. It's Alex Morgan. But it's over the line for a USA throw, and it'll be Fox to throw. Fox throws to Rodman. Now back to Fox. Fox to Lindsay Horan, but Horan cut out. Horan cut out by Ellen Rubinson. Another throw-in to the United States. Emily Fox to take the throw. She throws to Rodman. Now back to Fox. Rodman to Horan, but headed over the line by Magda Eriksson. This will have given the USA another corner. Again, good defensive work by Sweden. Corner quickly taken, but corner quickly taken by the USA. Ball's now being crossed inside the 18-yard box by Ertz, and very close by Alex Morgan. Almost sent it in, but I think she collided with Masovic. Ball still in play though. It's Ertz, but it goes over, and that will be a throw-in to Sweden. Alex Morgan. What does she have to do? And so it's Ertz. Ertz passes down the wing to Naomi Germer. So it's Naomi Germer with the ball, under pressure from Aslani. Crosses up the wing to Emily Fox. Fox gives the ball away, though, to Sweden. And the ball is with Ellen Rubinson. Rubinson to Eriksson. Eriksson now concedes the ball to Fox, but it's over the line. And a throw-in given to Sweden. Throw-in to be taken by Anderson. Now with the ball was momentarily with Ellen Rubinson. It's back with Eriksson. USA almost had it, but Sweden did well to re-intercept. 2 minutes of normal time left. Sweden 0, USA 0. Throw-in taken by Sweden, but given away to the USA. Rodman does well to hold on to the ball. It's now Alex Morgan. Morgan to Sophia Smith. But saved by Masovic, and that looks like Anderson down on the ground. It is, and that I think was a shot, and that I think may have been a shove by Trinity Rodman. Rubinson claiming it was a foul. And the referee now taking a look to see whether she is all right. Trinity Rodman, that did look very aggressive to me. I'm surprised she hasn't been given a yellow card. We could be going into a lengthy period. We could be going into a lengthy period of stoppage time. The management now quickly talking to some of the some of the USA team. They're having a drink. Coming up later on the commentary hub, it is the FA. Coming up later on the commentary hub, it is the FA Community Shield. Join Paul James and John JB Stottard for that one. And Blacko Adanovsky giving his instructions to Fox, Rodman, and Smith. Oh, but for Magda Eriksson, that does. But for Magda, but for Jonna Andersson, that does look nasty. An elbow to the face, and I think I might have just seen what appears to be blood. 2 minutes added on. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that we only get 2 minutes. I was expecting at least 4 or 6. And Peter Gerhardsen talking to the management. Julie Ertz trying to explain something to Vlatko Adanovsky, and that looks like a really nasty cut to the head for Jonna Andersson. She may well have to be substituted at half time. Good thing is though she's back up on her feet. She is walking. But that blow to the head looked very bad indeed. Sweden will get the game restarted with a goal kick. Less than a minute to go of added on time until half time. Looks like we are going to go slightly over time. The lengthy period of stoppage time, despite its controversy, has worked. The lengthy period of stoppage time experiment, despite its controversy, has worked so far. But so far not in this game. Pran cut out by Ellen Rubinson. Throw in to be taken by Emily Fox. Fox throws to Rodman, but it's over the line again. And I think it might have been just cut out. But I think it might just have been cut out by Rubinson. USA take another throw, but caught by Alex Morgan. And in fact, there it is. That's the whistle for half time. Both sides came out of the traps looking very ambitious. The USA might have had more in terms of possession, but Sweden have had good chances too. This could well be the precursor to what could well be an exciting second half. Will it last 90 minutes? Will it go beyond that? Who knows? Halftime score at the Melbourne Rectangular Stadium: Sweden 0, the United States 0. We're going to go for a quick break, but join us when we return. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of the Women's World Cup last 16 match between Sweden and the United States. I've just had confirmation that Kira Walsh is in contention to feature for England against Nigeria tomorrow, which you can join Russ Vernon for that one. That's 8:30 tomorrow morning. So this game has been really, really tight, very close in terms of action. No goals coming in as of yet. But in the second half, that could all change. At stake, a place in the quarterfinal. At stake, a place in the quarterfinals against Japan. Teams will have had the chance. The teams will have had the chance to think about strategies and what they would use going into the second half. In terms of who I think has been the more aggressive at the minute, I have to say the USA, though Sweden aren't far behind. Star players for me so far in terms of the USA have been Alex Morgan, Sophia Smith, and Andy Sullivan. We're just about ready to get started for the second half. For Sweden, I would have to say Rubensson, Anderson, and Blackstenius have stood out for me in terms of Sweden. We're getting ready for the start of the second half. This could well be make or break for the United States. Or we could even see extra time and penalties. The referee making sure that everyone is in the correct position. And away we go then for the start of the second half between Sweden and the USA at the Melbourne Rectangular Stadium. And straight away, Sweden, who had nearly touched the ball, though the USA have taken the ball back through Sophia Smith. She concedes to Sweden, however. Gives it back to USA through Trinity Rodman. It's now with Lindsay Horan. Horan to Emily Fox. No half-time substitutions have been made. Fox quickly passes to Lindsay Horan, but given away to Sweden. And the ball is with Ellen Rubensson. Rubensson to Ilestedt. Ilestedt quickly passes back to Magda Eriksson. Now Ilestedt again. Ilestedt passes to Natalie Bjorn, and it's Bjorn, but given away to the United States and Alyssa Nair. Alyssa Nair picks up the ball, places it on the line. Quickly passes to Naomi Girma. And Girma crossing the ball to Alex Morgan, but Sophia Smith receives it. Tries to hold off Ilestedt, but can't. The ball taken back by Sweden. But it's over. But it goes over. And it will be a throw-in. There will be another throw-in to the United States. Crystal Dunn to take the throw. She throws to Alex Morgan, but she loses it to Sweden. It's Bjorn to, I think that's Eriksson. Eriksson now to, that might have been, yes, it was Eriksson to, that might have been, and Angeldal, throwing again to Sweden. Sweden take the throw. The ball now thrown to Kosovare Aslani. And now the ball is with Fridolina Rolfo. Although Rolfo concedes the ball to Rodman. And it's Emily Fox now for the United States. Fox passes to Andy Sullivan. Sullivan, now the captain, Haran. Haran to Sophia Smith, although Smith misses. Eriksson sees the initiative and did well to play and did well to pass. Now the ball's being played forward to that might have been Stina Blackstenius, but the USA did well to cut them out. But the USA did well to cut her out. And a foul by Ertz on Aslani. And was it the complete opposite? I think Aslani may have fouled Ertz, and Ertz trying to make a point. And it's Kosovari Aslani, the first player to be booked in this match. This is her first yellow card, so she won't miss the next quarterfinal match. So she won't miss the quarterfinal match against Japan if Sweden, I should say, go through. Ball kicked out of goal by Alyssa Nair. Nair to Sophia Smith, but intercepted again by Sweden. It's now with Crystal Dunn. Dunn plays the ball to Sophia Smith, and Smith does well to hold on to the ball even though it almost went over the line. She passes quickly to Lindsay Horan. Horan loses the ball to Rolfo, and Rolfo is down. And that will be a free kick to Sweden. Sweden to take the free kick through Eriksson. And Eriksson crosses up the wing to Canarid. But the USA take it back. It's now with Andy Sullivan. Sullivan passes to Nair quickly. And now the ball has been retaken by Emily Fox. Fox to Trinity Rodman. Rodman quickly passing to Nair. Nice back with Fox. And it's over the line. Alyssa Nair shouting about something. And the ball is over the line for a Sweden throw. It'll be Anderson to take the throw. Anderson throws, but cut out, I should say, by the USA. Although Sweden have it back through Amanda Illerstedt. Bjorn. It goes over the line though. Throw into the US. It's Amy Germer. Germer to Sophia Smith. Smith almost lost it, but she did well to hold on. Now it's Lindsay Horan. Horan playing the ball to Trinity Rodman. Rodman cut out by cut out by Jonna Andersson. Good use of the ball by Rodman, but a nice use of the foot by Anderson. However, it has conceded a corner to the United States. And standing closest to the goal once again is Alex Morgan, although Julie Ertz wants a part of this as well. It'll be Sullivan to take the corner. And Sullivan kicks the ball in towards the 18-yard box, but kept out by Masovic. Fox to, I think that was Germer. Now the ball's being crossed again down into the 18-yard box via Morgan. It's Ertz. Ertz couldn't find Trinity Rodman. And the ball still remains with the USA through Emily Fox. Fox passes to Andy Sullivan. Now back towards Fox. Fox now Smith. Smith intercepted again by Sweden, although she quickly passed to Julie Ertz. And it's now with Lindsay Horan. The USA aren't giving this up. Cross down wing to Emily Fox, although Rolfo was breathing down her neck, and that was just missed by Lindsay Horan. Saved again by Zakira Musovic. Or was it? Horan got her best foot to it, but it was palmed away again by Zakira Musovic. And Lindsay Horan is devastated that this did not go in, but the USA have another chance with another corner. Sullivan in towards the 18-yard box, punched away again by Musovic. Sullivan retakes the ball for the USA. Can she go around the defence? She can, but Sweden keep the ball out of goal, and it's now with Ilestedt. Intercepted by Gerber towards Sophia Smith, and saved once more by Stina Blackstenius. Zakira Musovic. And now it's Sweden who are on the attack with Fridolina Rolfo. Rolfo to Philippa Angeldal. Angeldal in towards the 18-yard box, headed out by Julie Ertz. The ball is now still with Sweden, and it's being played forward to Stina Blackstenius. Blackstenius passes to Rolfo. Rolfo now to I think that was Angeldal. Yes, it was. Sweden still keeping hold of the ball. It's Rolfo. Rolfo trying to cross into the 18-yard box. Blocked very well by Sullivan. Now Sweden have another chance, but the ball is just kept out by the USA. Sophia Smith had a few touches of the ball, and now the ball is saved by Alyssa Nair. The second half could well decide the outcome of this game, and after 55 minutes, it's still Sweden 0, the USA 0. Emily Sonnet to Naomi Germer. Andy Sullivan back to Germer. The ball is now with Sonnet. He passes back to Germer. Now it's Sullivan again. And Sullivan crossing to that looked like Morgan, but Sweden were able to hold them at bay, I should say, and now the ball has gone over the line. It will be a USA throw. Throw will be taken by Emily Fox. Fox holds the ball high overhead. She throws to Lindsay Horan! And Horan goes for yet another shot, but it's just wide. But it's too wide, and she knows it. Good ball control by Horan, but she just can't get anywhere close to the goal. And Zakira Musovic has just kept every goal-scoring opportunity by the USA out beautifully. And it will be a free, and it will be a goal kick to Zakira Musovic. And Musovic clears the ball out of the goal for Sweden. Although it ends up back, although the USA are on the attack once more. Rodman to Horan. Horan tries to find Sophia Smith, but the ball is quickly picked up by Zakira Musovic. Musovic rolls the ball out to Eriksson. Eriksson now to Ilestedt. Ilestedt to Natalie Bjorn. And Bjorn tries to play the ball forward, but can't. USA are back to re-intercept. It's Emily Fox. Fox to Julie Ertz. Ertz now finds Naomi Germer. Germer, quick pass to Sonnet. Sonnet finds Crystal Dunn. Now it's Sophia Smith. Smith to Lindsay Horan. Horan quickly passes to Rodman. Now it's Sophia. Now it's Lindsay Horan. Horan under pressure from Rubinson, but she does well to pass to Fox and Ertz. Now the ball is with Trinity Rodman. Trinity Rodman. She's entered the 18-yard box. Tries to find Morgan, but Morgan was blocked by Sweden. Emily Fox once again with the ball for the United States. Passes to Lindsay Horan. Now Fox, although she almost trips up and falls, but it just hits the side netting. Ball just hits the side netting. Fox. What more can you say? And that looks like Megan Rapinoe warming up. She could well be making an appearance as a substitute in the second half. So goal kick to Sweden here on Masovic. Masovic to Rolfo, but it's over the line again, and she's getting into a bit of a fight with Emily Fox, but that's quickly resolved. Throw into Sweden by Anderson. Anderson with the ball to Rolfo, throws the ball to Rolfo, but it's over the line again. It was just dinked over by Sullivan. Thrown by Anderson. Now it's Rolfo to Aslani. Now it's Angeldal, but she concedes to the USA. Sweden have once again taken it back. It's Natalie Bjorn. She concedes to Rodman, but Sonnet, I should say, was fouled, but play still goes on. Sweden look like they're about to have another crack at it, but the ball is quickly taken by Crystal Dunn. Dunn to Emily Fox. Now Trinity Rodman. Rodman to Ertz, but a player has gone down for Sweden. It's Stina Blackstenius by the looks of it. Ball now being crossed forward to looks like Sophia Smith. And this was what happened. It was Ertz. It was Ertz who fouled Blackstenius. And that was the impact. And that was the impact that sent her down to the ground. I forgot to mention that that on the USA strip is like sort of what looks to be blotches of paint. And it's now it's Morgan to Lindsay Horan. Now Crystal Dunn passes to Alex Morgan, tries to go around Illistedt, but the ball is sent out of the goal area by Magda Eriksson. The USA on the attack once more. Sonnet to Crystal Dunn. Now it's with Julie Ertz. Ertz to Crystal Dunn once more. And Dunn crosses to Sophia Smith. Is this the chance for the USA? No! Saved once again by Masovic. I can't believe that Sophia Smith missed a clear opportunity to score, but Masovic read the situation like a book and was able to just snaffle the ball away from her at the last moment. Smith should have shot when she had the chance, but she didn't. And after nearly 62 and a half minutes, it's still Sweden 0, the United States 0. Germa fouled, but the ball was picked up by Rolfo. And the ball was with That's with Julie Ertz. And in terms of attempts at goal for the US, Bran, Rodman, and Smith have had all those opportunities. So 8 in total. They are the top 3. Ertz to Naomi Germer. Now the ball's being passed back to Ertz. It's Emily Fox for the United States. Fox tries to play the ball forward to Trinity Rodman. Now it's with Jonna Anderson, but put back at the feet of Zakira Musovic. Musovic to Magda Eriksson. Eriksson passes to Amanda Illerstedt. Illerstedt to Bjorn. Now back to Illerstedt. Illerstedt now crossing to Eriksson, but it's over the line. We're in to the US. And Fox. Fox to Sullivan. Now it's with the captain, Lindsay Horan, but given back to the US. It's now with Stina Blackstenius. Blackstenius passes to Angeldal. Angeldal. Now it's with Angeldal to Owen Rubinson. Rubinson quickly passes to, I think, Rolfo. Now the ball's being passed back down to Angeldal. Angeldal to Natalie Bjorn. So now it's Natalie Bjorn with the ball for Sweden. Tries to get into the 18-yard box, but cut out by Naomi Germer. Good defensive work by the US number 4. And there might be a substitution about to be made for the USA. That looks like Lynn Williams is going to come on, and she will be coming on in place of Trinity Rodman, who has had two attempts on targets, very, very close to scoring. And on comes Lynn Williams, who nearly scored the goal against Portugal, which would have put the USA at the top of their group. Ball thrown by Sweden, but it's over the line. Thrown again, will be taken by Bjorn. Natalie Bjorn throws to Kosovare Aslani, but it's over the line again. Bjorn will take the. It's going to be Bjorn to take the throw, and Trinity Rodman so disappointed. And Trinity Rodman so disappointed that she didn't get a name on the score sheet. And that looked like Naomi Germer was down, or was it done? No, it was done, and it's Angeldal, and Angeldal has been fouled. I can't see who fouled her. Actually, I couldn't see who fouled her at first, but now I can reveal that it was Alex Morgan. Alex Morgan, that was very aggressive on Philippa Angeldal, and this has given a free kick to Sweden. And isn't ready to take her place. So Alyssa Nair has to keep this ball out. It'll be the captain Aslani to take the free kick for Sweden. Referee directing everybody into their respective positions. Aslani takes a few steps back from the ball. That's the signal. She kicks the ball into the 18-yard box. Could Sweden get ahead from this? No! Saved once more by Alyssa Nair. Nair rolls the ball out. I think it's going to be taken by Lynn Williams. No, it isn't. It goes as far as Zakira Musovic. Williams could well be the crucial player that the USA needs to get themselves in front. It's Illerstedt to Bjorn. Bjorn passing the ball. Bjorn passes the ball around to. I couldn't. That might have been Angledal. It was. It'll be a throw in to the US. And Bjorn. Bjorn throws, headed by Naomi. Headed by Sonnets. Now Ertz to Mayer in goal, but someone's down on the ground. It's Lindsay Horan. Lindsay Horan has gone down. Lindsay Horan has gone on the ground, and that was an elbow in the back by Philippa Angledal. That didn't look intentional to me. But Horan is still on her back. She has now started to sit up, but that was a really big stunt. But that was a really big foul for her. And as for that goal, which was saved by Misovic by Horan, that was from a distance of 16.5 meters. She could well have given the USA the lead right there and then, but it wasn't to be. There is still nearly 20 minutes to go until the end of the 90. After which, if neither team has scored, or if the scores are level, then it will go to extra time. Sophia Smith, almost tackled, but in fact she was tackled by Philippa Angledal. And Sophia Smith keeping her cool. Free kick given to Sweden, though. And it looks like it will be Aslani. Kosovare Aslani to take the free kick. 20 minutes to go. It's still Sweden 0, the USA 0. And Aslani kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, but the ball is caught by Emily Fox. Now the ball is with Ellen Rubinson. Ellen Rubinson tries to cross, but once again it's saved by the USA. And down goes Sophia Smith, but the ball's been given to Rolfo. In fact, it was Morgan that was fouled. Sweden still managed to hold on to the ball, though, through Canarid to Aslani, but she loses the ball to Crystal Dunn. Dunn passes to Morgan. Morgan now to Sonnet. Now it's Horan. Horan to Lynn Williams. Lynn Williams with the ball has to hold off Anderson, but the ball goes past both sets of posts. The ball is now with Angledal. Angledal for Sweden, but given away to the USA. And the rest of the USA and Naomi Gertman. It's now with Crystal Dunn. Dunn to Andy Sullivan. Sullivan tries to cross down the wing to Lynn Williams. Heads off a Swedish player, though, and it goes as far as Sophia Smith. Now it's back with Lynn Williams. Is this can the USA make something of this? No, is the answer so far. Williams tries to get past Anderson, but it's not to be, unfortunately. Throw taken by Fox. Fox to Andy Sullivan. Now it's with Lynn Williams. Williams now to Sophia Smith, and saved by Zakira Musovic. Ball being rolled out to Natalie Bjorn. Bjorn to Illerstedt. Now it's with Anderson. Lana Anderson with the ball. She passes Ball to Magda Eriksson. Eriksson for Sweden. And Eriksson crosses the ball forward to Fridolina Rolfo, but she was just held by Ertz, and Ertz has gone over the line as well as the ball. Julie Ertz gives a wry smile. I think Rolfo was trying to get to the ball. I don't think she meant to push her over intentionally. So with almost 15 minutes to go, it's still Sweden 0, the USA 0. But will it stay that way? Bjorn to Aslani, but taken back by the USA and Emily Sonnet. It's Sonnet to Smith, but she was tackled by Natalie Bjorn. Bjorn to Philippa Angeldal. Now back to Amanda Illerstedt. Illerstedt to what appears to be Bjorn. Now it's with the ball still remains with Sweden, but given back to the USA and Sonnet. I think that might have been Aslani who had the ball at that point. And the referee has called play to a halt. Oh! Is that what I think it is? I thought the ball might have hit her in the face or something. But this was Canarid. And yes, the ball did hit Stephanie Frappard in the face. And that could have been nasty. She was wiping her nose, but I couldn't see any blood or anything. So she appears to be okay, at least for now. It's Williams to Alex Morgan. Morgan tries to cross the ball forward to Williams, but is nicked by instead, or is it? Williams has it! Lynn Williams passes to Alex Morgan, although I think she was fouled, dispossessed, and over the bar it goes by Emily Sonnet. Too far back in my view. And to me, no way was that going to go in. Williams did well to pass to Morgan, and then Sonnet, but Sonnet should have been closer to the goal. Balls, everything now back in play, but it's gone out. But the ball has gone over the line. Lynn Williams just can't seem to catch a break in this game. Neither can anyone else, for that matter. Anderson to take the throw for Sweden. She does. Throws to Aslani. Headed by Julie Ertz. Ertz to Andy Sullivan. But nicked by Sweden. And the ball looked like it was going to go towards Canarid. But the USA are equally just as quick off the claw. Ball is now with Ellen Rubinson. Rubinson passes to Angeldal. Angeldal now to Stina Blackstenius. Blackstenius does want to hold off Germa, but it's over the line. And it looks as though it'll be a throw to the US. Sweden haven't made any substitutions throughout the second half so far. The USA have made only just one. The ball now being played forward to Fridolina Rolfo by the looks of it, but not to be. And one of the assistant managers having a quick chat with one of the Sweden substitutes. Couldn't make out who it was. Alyssa Nair to take the goal kick for the USA. And she do. and I can just about read out on the back that it says Lena Hurtig. So Lena Hurtig could be coming on before 90 minutes are up. It's Emily Fox for the US. Ball now being played forward to Lindsay Horan. Horan passes to Williams. It's Lynn Williams. Tries to keep hold of the ball. She just about enters the 18-yard box. She's inside now and is almost tackled, but in fact loses the ball to Fridolina Rolfo. Rolfo passes to Anderson. Now back towards Rolfo. Rolfo crosses the ball to Stina Blackstenius, but the ball is intercepted by Naomi Germer. Germer to that was Crystal Dunn. Now the ball has found Sophia Smith. Sophia Smith with the ball. Smith does well to hold on, although Natalie Bjorn is trying to tackle. Ball now goes to Emily Sonnet. Sonnet to Naomi Germer. Now back to Sonnet. Germer again. Germer crosses to Sophia Smith. And Smith. But the ball is saved by Sakira Lasovic. Nice bit of play, nice bit of game, nice bit of teamwork, but nice bit of teamwork for the USA. Sophia Smith almost finished it off, but it just wasn't to be. Ball goes over the line. It was sent over by. I think that was Blackstenius, and now a couple of Sweden players getting ready to come on. One of which is Lena Hurtig. I could just about make up the other as Sophia Jakobsen. All this now with Magda Eriksson. Eriksson to Illerstedt. Now back to Eriksson. 10 minutes to go until full time. It's Emily Fox. Fox to Ertz. Now Lynn Williams. Over the line for a throw to Sweden. The Fridolina Rolfo. Rolfo to Stina Blackstenius. Blackstenius couldn't find a gap. The ball goes as far as Morgan. Horan, but it's sent over the line by I couldn't make out who it was. And coming off will be Johanna Kannerud. And also coming off will be the captain, Kosovare Aslani. And they will make way for Jakobsen and Hurtig. The way things are going, this game could well go to extra time. Aslani now makes her way onto the bench, and taking the captain's armband is Magda Eriksson. Lynn Williams with the throw. Lynn Williams to take the throw for the United States. It's actually going to be Emily Fox. Fox holds the ball high over her head. She aims, throws, but is just caught by Lindsay Horan. Now the ball is with. The ball was briefly with Philippa Angeldal. Emily Sonnet, I think might have had a hand in it. Now the ball is with Naomi Germer. Germer crossing to Sophia Smith, but Sophia Smith was a long way back. And the Sweden fans still showing their support, despite the fact that they haven't scored. Throw into the USA. Crystal Dunn crosses down the wing to Emily Fox. Now Julie Ertz. Ertz to Eriksson. Eriksson quickly passes to Lena Hurtig, but intercepted by the USA and Lindsay Horan. Horan with the ball. Haran passes down the wing to Fox. Now back to Haran. Haran now to Emily Sonnet. Sonnet passes to Emily Fox. Fox tries to cross the ball to Sophia Smith, but it's just cut out by Jakobsen. The ball is now was with Sweden momentarily. It's back with the USA. It's Naomi Gerber passing down the wing to Emily Fox. Fox, but she concedes to Sweden. USA have had 11 attempts on goal, 4 on target. Sweden have had 3 attempts on goal, yet none on target. It's Haran. Haran to Alex Morgan. Could we have a goal at last? No! It just hits the side netting, but she's offside. She's deemed to be she's offside. She's offside according to the assistant referee. I'm just taking a look at that again. Yes, clearly offside. And this could well decide whether this game will go to extra time or not. But there are still nearly 5 minutes left. It's Sweden 0, the USA 0. As Stina Blackstenius passes quickly to Amanda Illerstedt. Illerstedt! But saved just at the last moment by Alyssa Nair. Blackstenius did really well to pass, and in fact it was Jakobsen who had the ball. But nonetheless a well-timed save by Nair. Lena Hurtig for Sweden. Hurtig tries to go around Andy Sullivan, but it's sent over the line by Emily Fox. Fox to Magda Eric to Jonna Anderson, I should say. Now it's Lindsay Haran. Haran passes to Williams. Williams now to Lindsay Haran. Haran passes quickly to Emily Sonnet. Sonnet! But that was a quick pass to Emily Fox, who I think just slipped up on a bit of damp grass, I think. 4.5 minutes left. It's Andy Sullivan for the USA. Passes quickly to Julie Ertz. Ertz now to Germer. Now the ball is with Emily Fox. Fox to Haran. Haran tries to send the ball over, but tries to cross to Smith, but she can't. And Vlatko Adanovsky just can't. And Vlatko Adanovsky still showing support. And the ball is now with Magda Eriksson. Eriksson to Illerstedt. Illerstedt to Philippa Angeldal. Angeldal passes to Sophia Jakobsen, but she is blocked by Germer. And the ball has once again gone over the line. It'll be a Sweden long throw to be taken by Bjorn. Bjorn throws to Rolfo, but the ball has gone over the line. Time is ticking down for both Sweden and the USA to get a goal in before 90 minutes are up. Sweden have a corner. Will this result in the goal? They failed to convert from their previous corners. Can they make something of it this time? In goes the ball into the 18-yard box. Kept out by the USA, but Sweden failed to take advantage of the rebound, and it's over the line again. I thought this match would be decided in 90 minutes, but it looks as though we are indeed going to go into extra time. And it will be Alyssa Nair to take the goal kick for the United States. 2 minutes of normal time left. It's Sweden 0, the USA 0. And you're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones. And the ball is now with Alex Morgan. Morgan to Andy Sullivan. Sullivan crossing down wing to Lynn Williams. Now it's with Emily Fox. Fox does well to her to pass it. Fox does well to pass it to her to Lynn Williams. And saved again by Musovic! Zakira Musovic has kept Sweden's goal clear. That could well have been a last-minute goal for the USA. Another ball is with Alex Morgan for the USA. Sent away though by Ellen Rubinson. The ball is now back with Andy Sullivan to Lindsay Horan. Now it's Lynn Williams. Williams to Alex Morgan, and saved by Musovic. She is certainly in the running for my player of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, but there are others to consider too. And her saving skills justify why I am considering her. It's Amanda Illerstedt to Bjorn. Bjorn now to Jakobsen, I think. But the ball's given away to Natalie Germer. We are about to approach the 90th minute. 2 minutes of injury time have been added on. It's Emily Fox to Sonnet. There isn't much time left for both Sweden or for either Sweden or the USA to get their names on the score sheets. And it's Alex Morgan for the USA. Morgan just outside the 18-yard box, but somebody's offside. It could well be Morgan. I'm just gonna take a look at my monitor just to be sure. And it is indeed Alex Morgan. Morgan, that's the second time she's been offside. And it'll be Zakira Musovic to clear the ball out of the goal. Nice free kick by Sweden, but headed by Horan to Sophia Smith. Sophia Smith tackled by Hurtig, but the USA still managed to keep hold of the ball. Fox plays it to Lynn Williams. But the ball is headed away by Sweden. It's now with Sophia Smith. Once more. We've got nearly 30 seconds of injury time left. It's Julie Ertz. Tries to hold off Stina Blackstenius. She passes to Germer. And it looks as though we are indeed going to go into extra time. Germer to Julie Ertz. And Ertz crossing to Lynn Williams, but well held by Sweden. It's now with Lindsay Horan, but it's over the line, and that'll surely be it. It will indeed go to extra time. Neither side could make anything out of it. So we will go to an extra 30 minutes. And the score after 90 minutes at the Melbourne Rectangular Stadium: Sweden 0, the United States 0. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of Sweden against the USA. We're just about to kick off for extra time. It'll be Sweden. It'll be Sweden to start. And away we go then for the first period of extra time between Sweden and the United States. Remember, if the scores are level or if it's still 0-0 after 30 extra minutes, we go to penalties. And it's Sweden with the early initiative. Sofia Jakobsson crossing to Jonna Andersson. Andersson has passed quickly to Lena Hurtig, but Hurtig was almost brought down by Lynn Williams. Williams to Emily Fox. And it's Emily Fox with the ball for the United States. Ball now being played forward. But it was caught by Zakira Masovic. Quick pass to Natalie Bjorn. Bjorn to Illustedt. Now it's Sofia Jakobsson. Jakobsson looking to pass to Fridolina Rolfo, but it's over the line for a throw, and it'll be Germer to take the throw. Germer passes to. It's actually going to be Crystal Dunn to take the throw, I should say. Crystal Dunn throws. Passes to Sonnet. Now it's with Alex Morgan. Back to Sonnet. Sonnet under pressure from Jakobsson. Jakobsson does well to tackle. And Sweden take the ball through. Ellen Rubinson. Rubinson to Magda Eriksson. Eriksson to Illustedt. Now back to Eriksson. Eriksson crossing to Stina Blackstenius, but that was a good block by Julie Ertz, and Ertz claiming she's been fouled. But the referee is not interested. She just wants play to go on. And the ball is now with Sweden, although just headed out of danger by Dunn. Cleared out the goal area by Sophia Smith. Though Sweden are still looking for a chance. This time it's sent out by Emily Fox. It's now with It's with Andersson. Andersson to Lena Hurtig. Hurtig passing to I couldn't see who. Now it's back. Now it's Lena Hurtig again. Hurtig to Fridolina Rolfo. Rolfo passes back out to Bjorn, I think, and the ball is loose inside the 18-yard box. Naya got tangled up with Hurtig. Hurtig trying to give her side of the story. I'll try and piece together what happened. I think I would have to say the fault lies with Alyssa Naya. She might have, with Alyssa Naya. I think she slapped Hurtig on the side of the head, but nothing given. Nothing given. According to the referee, that looked like a normal incident. And it'll be a goal, and it'll be a straight-up goal kick to the USA. Cleared away quickly by Alyssa Naya. The ball's given to Bjorn. Bjorn passes to Rolfo. Although Rolfo may have slipped up. The ball is now back with Alyssa Naya. Naya just about passes to Andy Sullivan. Sullivan to Naomi Germer. Germer now to Emily Fox. Fox passes to Lindsay Horan. Now back to Fox. Horan again. Fox. But deflected by Hurtig. Throw in to the USA. It goes to Horan. Horan passes to Germer. Germer now to Andy Sullivan. Sullivan! This time to Sophia Smith! But Smith was just caught out. I think we'll just have another look at that. Well, I'm going to have another look at this. Smith, I think was caught out by Sweden. Masovic to take the goal kick. She clears the ball. She clears the ball out of the goal. And now it's quick. And now the ball is quickly taken by, I think that might have been Rebecca Blomqvist. Did Rebecca Blomqvist come on? But now the ball is inside the 18-yard box for the USA. It's Morgan, but palmed away by Zakira Masovic again. Masovic has really earned her stripes tonight. I mean today. Depending on where we are in the world, but that was a great save by Zakira Masovic, and that will mean another corner for the United States. They've missed one too many corners. They have to make this one count. But what's this? A player is down for Sweden. I think that's Sofia Jakobsson. Latko Adanovsky and co must wait for the corner to take place, and it looks like Sweden are going to make another substitute. It's Hannah Bennison who looks like she's going to come on, and that was what happened. And I'm actually having second thoughts. It wasn't Sofia Jakobsson. It was Filippa Angeldal. Angeldal got tangled up with Andy Sullivan, and it looks as though and Filippa Angeldal will be substituted, and taking her place is Hannah Bennison, who plays for Everton in the Women's Super League. So Sullivan has been waiting patiently to take the corner. She takes a few paces back. Alex Morgan, once again the closest USA player to goal. She runs up, kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, but again for the USA, it's opportunity missed. The ball is now back with Sullivan, but the ball is just sent away by somebody from Sweden. It looks like Megan Rapinoe will be coming on. It's Sophia Smith trying to pass to Sonnet. Now it was with Sullivan, but over the line it goes. But over the bar it goes. And Megan Rapinoe is making sure she is good. Is making sure she is ready to go. Remember, she will be retiring Remember, this is her last Women's World Cup. She will be retiring at the end of the National Women's Soccer League season over in America. Lindsay Horan to Sophia Smith. Smith was trying to pass to a Morgan, but the ball was caught by Magda Eriksson. It's Jonna Andersson, but it's over the line. Andersson will take the throw in for Sweden as Megan Rapinoe is ready to come. As Megan Rapinoe is ready to come onto the pitch. And who's going to come off? It's Alex Morgan who is going. To make way for Megan Rapinoe. Alex Morgan, she has been so good on the pitch. She's had a couple of goal scoring opportunities herself, but has so far missed. Will Megan Rapinoe turn the tide for the USA? Throw-in taken by Sweden. It goes as far as, it almost went as far as Sonnet for the USA. Now the ball is with Sophia Smith. She has to pass to Megan Rapinoe quickly, but she loses the ball to Sweden, and it's currently with Sofia Jakobsson. Jakobsson loses the ball to Sullivan. Sullivan tries to cross to Rapinoe, but the ball is quickly taken by the USA. It was almost taken by Sweden, but so the USA had it back. And now it's ended up with Illerstedt. Illerstedt to Andersson. Now Lena Hurtig. The ball is with Emily Fox, though, for the US. She passes to Sullivan. And Sullivan crosses to Megan Rapinoe. Rapinoe couldn't hold the ball on for much. Couldn't hold the ball on for long. And but that was great teamwork between both Sullivan and Rapinoe. It's just a pity that Rapinoe just couldn't keep it in for a good length of time. And that will be a goal, and that looks like it will be a goal kick to Sweden. Indeed it is. Ball cleared out of goal by Zakira Musovic. But given away to the USA, although Sweden do hope to try and take it back. Ball ends up with Ilestedt. Ilestedt passes to Bjorn. Bjorn now to I think that was Blackstenius or something. But so Sophia Smith for the USA. Quick pass to Lynn Williams. Saved again by Musovic. But will the USA have another chance? And Musovic once again keeps the ball out for Sweden. Great team play between Smith and Williams. Williams had the initial shot. Williams had the initial chance, but it's a corner to the USA. Megan Rapinoe to take the corner. This will be the USA's 7th corner. Sweden have had 3 so far in this game. Rapinoe raises her arm, and the ball goes in to the 18-yard box. But what on earth was that? Julie Ertz. Julie Ertz might think of bundling it in, but the referee has called. For another corner. And once again it will be Rapinoe to take. Rapinoe with the ball inside, but it bounces off the side net. I couldn't see any balls going into the goal, and so it's right. And so to me, it's right that the scoreline should still remain at 0-0. Less than 3 minutes to go until the end of the first period of extra time. It'll be Rapinoe to take the ball. But so the USA have taken the ball back through Andy Sullivan, and Blackstenius has been fouled. I'll try and piece together who fouled her, and straight away I can see that it was Emily Sonnet who brought her down. Sweden rightfully have a free kick. And the player to take the free kick for Sweden. Can't see who it is from this angle, but the ball goes in to the 18-yard box, saved by Naya. But given to the USA. But it goes back. But it goes back to Sweden. Ball kicked into the 18-yard box, but kept out by the USA. And it's Lynn Williams, but given away to Sweden. And the ball is now with Crystal Dunn. Dunn to Rapinoe. Rapinoe tries to pass back to Dunn, but cut out by Jakobsen. Rapinoe throws, but the ball is given away to Sweden, and it's Bennison. Bennison tries to play the ball down wing to Jakobsen, but nothing doing. We've got under a minute left until the end of the first period of extra time. It's Crystal Dunn, but she passes to. But the ball's been given away to Sweden under Rolfo, but it's over the line again. Throw in to be taken by Sweden and Natalie Bjorn. Bjorn holds the ball over her head. She throws to Hannah Bennett to Jakobsen. but the ball is with Andy Sullivan. Sullivan to Naomi Girma. Girma does well to cross it down to Sophia Smith. We have now elapsed 15 minutes. 15 minutes have now elapsed. 1 minute of stoppage time will be added. And Hannah Bennison quickly passes to Sophia Bjorn, or Natalie Bjorn, I should say. Bjorn to Blackstenius. Now Bennison, although Blackstenius is down on the ground, does well to get back up though. And it's now back with Bennison to Illerstedt. Illerstedt to Bjorn. Bjorn passes back to Amanda Illerstedt. Illerstedt back to I think it might have been Eriksson. And that's the end of the first period for extra. And that's the end of the first period for extra time. Still nothing to choose between these two. And after the first period of extra time, it's still Sweden 0, USA 0. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of the Women's World Cup between the USA and Sweden. Second period of extra time has just got back underway. So apologies for being about just a couple of seconds late. And it's still with the USA. USA now passing the ball around, but giving away to Sweden. And the ball's still with that. We're still with Sweden though. But the referee has signaled for something. I think that was on. I think that was on Jakobsen. Jakobsen. Jakobsen, I think might have actually kicked a player in the face by accident. It's Lynn Williams for the USA. Does well to keep hold of the ball. She passes quickly to Sophia Smith. Palmed away though by Sakura Masovic. This is unbelievable. Whatever chances the USA are throwing at Sweden, Masovic just seems to be able to save. Very easily. It's a corner to the USA though, to be taken by Corner to the USA, though, to be taken by Megan Rapinoe. And Rapinoe kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, but kept at bay by Sweden. Saved again by Masovic! And that was an attempt at goal by Julie Ertz. But not to be that time. And the USA now have the ball through Sullivan. Sullivan passes to Crystal Dunn. Don't forget this could go to penalties. And once again with the ball, and it's a goal kick to Zakira Masovic. But caught by the USA. And the ball is not going to line. It's a Sweden throw. To Lena Hersig. Now it's with Stina Blackstenius. Blackstenius to Hannah Bennison. Bennison concedes to the USA. It's Megan Rapinoe. Rapinoe with the ball. And Rapinoe crossing to Lynn Williams. And it's Lynn Williams, but kept out of play, but kept out of the goal by Natalie Bjorn. Another line at the go, and that is through Sophia Smith, but she was brought down by Hannah Bennison. It's Natalie Bjorn. Bjorn was trying to play the ball forward, but nothing doing. And I think this is what happened. It was a foul, I think, on Sophia Smith. Ball goes over the line for a throw to the USA, and Crystal Dunn. Dunn throws to Rapinoe. Rapinoe to Emily Fox. So it's Emily Fox passing to Andy Sullivan. Sullivan plays the ball. Sullivan, long cross to Megan Rapinoe. Now Crystal Dunn. Dunn was looking for Lindsay Horan, but blocked by Ellen Rubinson. Rubinson concedes to Smith. It was with Lynn Williams, but the ball was saved by Zakira Masovic. Nice, good cooperation between Williams and Smith, but again it comes to nothing. Just under 10 minutes left of this second period of extra time. And the way things are going, it looks as though penalties could decide it. As Stina Blackstenius makes way for Rebecca Blomqvist. On she comes. Rebecca Blomqvist sprinting onto the pitch. Stina Blackstenius had one or two good chances herself, but they didn't result in any goals. I think that was a foul on Smith by the Sweden captain Eriksson. Latko Adanovsky encouraging his players from the touchline. Looking a bit ruffled is Peter Gerhardsson. Free kick to the USA. And it will be Fox who passes to Ertz. Ertz now to Andy Sullivan. Sullivan tries to pass to Fox, but it's over the line. And that'll be a throw-in to Sweden. It was with Elin Rubensson, but it goes over the line. And we now have 8 minutes to go. We now have 8 minutes to go until the end of the second period of extra time. Although USA player is down, it's Fox, but she's back up on her feet. It's Megan Rapinoe now with the ball, but given away to. But she was tackled by Rolfo, and that is Emily Fox. I think she's just having a bit of a stretch or something. She may have been fouled also. For me, it's difficult to say who is the more dominant right now. Sweden have caught up to the USA in terms of performance and aggression, but it's now Haran with the ball for the US. Quickly passes to Emily Fox. Fox crossing was aiming to cross to Sophia Smith, but the ball was held by Sweden, and I think that might have been a save by Anderson. But Anderson is I think down on the ground. She's stretching herself out. She may have to come off, but she looks all right to me. And the Sweden fans appear to be more vocal than the US, I should say. But Anderson feeling close to the bottom of her foot. I think she might have done her ankle in or something. But she's able to carry on playing. Free kick to Sweden. Ball goes out of goal through Masovic, but it's given away to the USA and Megan Rapinoe. It's Rapinoe with the ball, should have passed to Sophia Smith, who was just waiting, but in the end she ended up taking down Hannah Bennison. Just barged her out of the way like she wasn't there, in my view. And that looked risky. Free kick given once again to Sweden. It'll be Zakira Masovic. Masovic clears the ball. Masovic trying to cross the ball forward. Two Blomqvist, but once again it's saved by Alyssa Nair. Blomqvist was just inches from the ball when Nair got her hands to it. Nair kicks the ball as a goal, sends it towards Williams. Now it's gone to Lindsay Haran, but Haran can't get to the ball. Thrown to Sweden to be taken by Anderson. And Anderson throws to, I think that was Zakira, to, I couldn't see who. Now it's with Lindsay Haran. Haran passes to Lynn Williams. Williams to Smith. And now the ball is caught by Megan Rapinoe. Rapinoe passes to Andy Sullivan. Sullivan, long cross to Lindsay Haran. But the ball is caught just at the last moment by Jonna Anderson. The ball is loose, picked up by Fox. Blomqvist is right behind her. Fox goes down. Adanovsky and a couple of American players are shouting for a foul. That looked like a very unnecessary force in the back, and I think Lena Hurtig was involved. Free kick to the USA. And this will be Megan Rapinoe. It will be Megan Rapinoe that will take the free kick. we now have some 3 minutes to go in this period of extra time. Rapinoe has to make this free kick count. She kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, but it's cleared out by Sweden. Goes as far as Natalie Germer, though. Germer tries to cross back down to Rapinoe, but the ball goes over the line. It's a throw-in to the US. Fox, I thought was going to throw, but it's actually gone to Rapinoe. Almost nicked by Jonna Andersson. Over the line it goes. Throw in to the US. To Sophia Smith that time. Sophia Smith does well to hold on, but she has to quickly cross to Andy Sullivan. So now with Emily Fox. Fox to Julie Ertz. And now the ball was with Sweden momentarily. It's going to go back to the US, and Blomqvist has gone down. Someone is going to get a yellow card. We'll let you know who it is momentarily, and it's Julie Ertz. Julie Ertz, I think, just pushed Blomqvist in the face quite unnecessarily, and I think the yellow card was the right decision. A free kick has been given to Sweden, though. Ellen Rubinson to take. Rubinson into the 18-yard box. Hell given to Anderson and almost nicked by Smith, but Smith goes over the line as well as the ball. And it will be a throw-in to the United States that looks to me as though Kelly O'Hara will be coming on, as well as Kirsty Mewis. But whilst all that's happening and the free kick's about to take place, I will let you know who my player of the match is very shortly. But it's over the line again, and it'll be a throw-in. To Sweden. The substitution is about to be made. I think one of the players coming off is Emily Sonnet, and so too is Emily Fox. And on will come Kelly O'Hara and Kirsty Mewis. Kelly O'Hara has scored only 3 goals in 160 appearances. So now's the time for me to give my player of the match, as sponsored by our friends at Commentary Services. It is Zakira Masovic, the Sweden goalkeeper. She has put up an incredible performance in goal. And 1 minute of extra time, and 1 minute has been added. So this match will inevitably go to penalties. And just missing the ball was Jonna Andersson. So Zakira Masovic is my player of the match. But who would you have picked? Who have you picked? Let me know in the comments section below, please. And we now have some 20 seconds to go until the end of extra time. Looks as though Masovic will have the last kick of the game, and that is short, and that is it. Stephanie Frappard blows the whistle. We go to penalties, and after such a frenetic game, it's still Sweden 0. The USA, it's still Sweden 0. The USA 0. And all I can say is that was an amazing match. But still nothing to choose between them after 120 minutes. So penalties between penalties between Sweden and the United States. Remember, the USA lost on penalties to Japan in the 2011 World Cup final. Sweden, I think will also have a good chance at penalties as well. I think Ellen Rubinson scored a penalty in one of the World Cup group stage matches. But we'll let you. But do please stay with us as we get set for the Women's World Cup. As we get set for penalties between Sweden and the United States. Welcome back to the Women's World Cup between Sweden and the USA. We are about to go to penalties, and the referee's now going for a coin toss to see who will go first. Didn't quite get to see who will go first. It might well be, it might well be Sweden. And just about warming up is Alyssa Nair, the USA goalkeeper. So very little to choose between them. And in fact, I think it's going to be the USA that will. And in fact, I think it's going to be the USA that will take. Take the first penalty. But whatever it is, it looks as though it will be a close one. And yes, I think it will. And yes, I think it will be. And yes, I think it will be the USA, or will it be Sweden? I still can't work it out. And it's going to be Sweden that will take the first penalty. So Kira Masovic will. Anyway, both the goalkeepers are wishing everyone good luck. Referee Stephanie Frappard talking, sort of how they should do it. They should not encroach their line in any place whatsoever. And we'll now get to see. So Alyssa Nair makes her way off the pitch. It'll be the USA that'll be the first to take the penalties. And stepping up to the plate is Andy Sullivan. Marko Adanovsky and the management look on. Masovic has saved more than her fair share of penalties during the 120 minutes. Can she save this one though? Sullivan stands behind the ball. She gets ready to take the penalty. Masovic stands aloft with her arms in the air. Sullivan takes a run for it, and it's in. The USA have finally put the USA put the first one into the net, and Sullivan didn't miss a beat. She'll be pleased with that. Coming up to take the next penalty, the first for Sweden, I should say, is Fridolina Rolfo. Rolfo steps up. Rolfo steps up to take the penalty. Will Alyssa Nair save this one for the US? No, she doesn't. Sweden are off the mark too. What an amazing finish by Fridolina Rolfo. And now the next player to take the penalty, the skipper for the US, Lindsay Horan. Horan needs to go. Horan, she missed a couple of times in 120 minutes. And she score from the penalty. Yes, is the answer. And the USA are 2-1 up when it comes. Are 2-1 up on penalties. Lovely shots. And it is now the turn of Ellen Rubinson. Rubinson makes her way into the 6-yard box. Has placed the ball on the spot. Peter Gerhardsson and the Sweden supporters look on anxiously. She waits for the signal. Rubinson runs up and it's in. Anything the USA can do, Sweden can also do. And that was a beautifully taken penalty, even though Alyssa Nair went the right way. Don't forget, whoever wins will go on to face Japan in the quarterfinals. And the next one to take the penalty is Kirsty Mewis. Kirsty Mewis breathes deeply, runs up, and it's in. The USA, and it's in. The USA in front again. This could well, the way things are going, this could well go past 5 penalties each, and we could go to sudden death. Natalie Bjorn to take the next penalty for Sweden. Alyssa Nair stands behind the line. Bjorn runs up. And it's over! And she blazes it over the bar! I don't believe it! And it's thrown the USA a potential life. It's thrown the USA a potential chance to go through to the quarterfinals. Poor Natalie Bjorn, she can't believe it. Neither can the Sweden supporters. Megan Rapinoe has to make this one count. She takes a few breaths. She runs up and she blazes it over as well. So it is still wide open between the two. And Megan Rapinoe doesn't seem too disappointed about that. Just a wry smile on her face. But I just cannot believe that she missed that one. So we now go on to the 4th penalty. So we now go on to the 4th for Sweden. Sweden have to score. So, taking the pitches, Blomqvist, but Blomqvist misses too! Blomqvist has missed this one! Now the USA have an even greater chance of making the quarterfinals. Rebecca Blomqvist, her effort was just palmed away by Alyssa Nair. And now this has come, and now it's all down to, Sophia Smith. If she sends this one in, it's all over, and the USA are through to the quarterfinals. Smith takes a few breaths. She runs up, and she blazes it over! I don't believe it! Sweden could potentially win this! Sophia Smith's efforts might just have blown it for the USA. And now it all hangs on Hannah Bennison. If this one goes in, it'll be the end for the USA. It'll be the end of the USA reign as queens of the world. Hannah Bennison knows she has to make this one count, and she makes it count! Sweden are through to the Women's World Cup quarterfinals, or are they? She's actually leveled it. So, in a sense, this will go to sudden death. And it's now down to Alyssa Nair. I apologise for getting ahead of myself, but the USA still have a chance. It's Nair to take the penalty, and it's in this time. So the USA rejoice at that, and so now that we go into sudden death, whoever misses, if anybody misses, it's all over. They're out. I just need to recorrect my score thing here. That's a bit better. So Sweden to take the penalty, and Eriksson sends it in, no problem. and so sudden death will still go on. And the next to take the penalty for the US will be Kelly O'Hara. Kelly O'Hara faces Sakira Nosovic. She looks composed. She runs up, and it bounces off the post! I can't believe she missed that! Sweden could well be on their way through. That was a poor shot at goal by Sophia Smith. The USA fans can't believe it. The Sweden fans are jubilant. It's 4-4, and it's now all down to Lena Hurtig. The USA almost went out to Portugal in the last group stage match. They could go out here. Hurtig runs up, kicks the ball in, but saved once again by Alyssa Nair. This game is still going to go on and on and on, but hold it. Stephanie Frappa is talking to the people in the VAR room. She's having a bit of a chat. She's having a bit of a chat. Could the penalty be retaken? She's talking to Lena Hurtig, and that's it. The penalty will be retaken. Sweden And for Megan Rapinoe, the chance of lifting yet another Women's World Cup is now gone. And just to clarify, Sweden win 5-4 on penalties after a 120-minute match that was 0-0 after extra time. The penalty looked like it didn't go in, but the referee checks with the VAR. The decision came through in Sweden's favour. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again. The USA knocked out by Sweden on penalties. And that has got to be one of the most intense matches I have ever commentated on. Just taking a look at the replay that I've seen, and it did go over the line thanks to goal line technology. It's been proven that it did go in. We thought for a couple of moments that it didn't, but the goal line technology is always right, and Lena Herzig's efforts has sent Sweden into the quarterfinals. All I can say for the USA, bad luck. They put all their heart, they put all their efforts into it, but it just wasn't to be. And are we about to see the crowning of new world queens? Sophia Smith in tears, Megan Rapinoe disappointed, and Andy Sullivan, she is just bitterly disappointed. But for the rest of the Stars and Stripes, what more can I say? They had a shaky group stage. They had a shaky group stage, almost went out to Portugal, but they were finished off. But they were finished off by a great Sweden side who could potentially go all the way to the final. And after all that, it's time for us to go. But don't forget, join us again later today for the FA Community Shield between Manchester City and Arsenal. Join JB Stoddard and Paul James for that one. We will be back, of course. With the roundup show later today. But our next live match in the Women's World Cup will be England against Nigeria in the round of 16. Join Russ Vernon for that one early in the morning. Thank you very much to everyone who's been tuning. Thank you very much to everyone who's tuned in to such a fabulous and entertaining match that kept us guessing right to the end. I've been Nicholas Jones. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Goodbye.